reminds yourself, forget about the Rovers. There's 3 or 4 players not on site, but Virtus Pro have started out strong. 2 early kills have got 2 players on the top floor.
All right, see? Little VP action.
This is great from Virtus
Coming
Pro,
accepted the marketplace. You got the Rainbow's Magic skin.
1 minute 20 left on the clock. It's pretty much easy
They're
for
really
them now
far.
to wrap up the rest of the round as JB92 gets spotted on the flank as well. Virtus Pro have got this entire map locked down, and they're looking to start things out with a flawless round. It's all up to Felipox to stop them on the castle, but it's not going to be an easy one for him as he tries to peek around.
Round 1 VP for sure.
Their eye off the ball a little bit, and they let him pick up joystick, but now Felipox drops back to side, and there's 55 seconds for him to hold on.
Bit of a consolation kill more than anything else. Tim, it's worth noting not a single gunfight has taken place in the basement or around kitchen, around the hallway, around the normal areas.
There's a $1,000 charm.
A great first round coming out from Virtus Pro, and I'm going to give it to them.
Beautiful, dude.
Slow gameplay and how teams can punish that. They've done a
Beautiful
great job,
round.
forcing the defenders away from playing in cash and CC, out towards room and bedroom, and then they've had a player waiting on Logi Hatch.
What stuff is selling for $1,000 right now on the market?
Onto the retreating players, found 3 kills.
Let me know, by the way, if I need to adjust my sound.
So, in a way, actually punished w7m, I think, trying to take too much control of that.
And I think as well, you know, we know that there's going to be a big battle over those gunfights today. Did w7m lean into that with confidence and think, we know we can beat these guys for mechanical skill, or will Virtus Pro have that ability to close them down?
Sounds amazing. Good. SI19 skin was the highest. Okay. Attendee 18.
To Virtus Pro. Not something really that
Player charms.
Were
okay.
happy to play behind those sort of time-wasting barriers, the Legions, the Frosts, everything else. W7M get out into the
John
map
Links,
and say, you know
I am
what,
here. Damascus, they get the prime sub.
Just found out why that's a dangerous thing
you
to
can
do.
Push their way through it, I imagine. You see that
I haven't decided I'm gonna do the giveaway yet, but for there's a skin for attending the invitational in person, and normally they give me extra codes. So I will give you guys that code, and then from the Atlanta major, there's an attendee charm, and I'll give you guys that too. Like I have that already, I just haven't given it away yet. I don't know. I'll figure out how I want to give it away later.
Now, Casey's kind of battling.
See how loud they get? There's a single kill.
Chassis just trying to prevent it, but now that Virtus Pro are in control of CCTV, they can start using these windows. They can start softening up sides and making it even trickier for w7m to remain in their positions. 4 versus 4 at the minute. This is possible though. For w7m.
No, it's a universal code, yeah.
It should be in this spot, yeah. I think they've managed to get the one back. It's massive for them. Osborne for another 60 seconds on the clock. But Virtus Pro are going to start feeling the pressure a little bit. They're all trying to flood in from the east side of the map. Really what you want here, I'd imagine, is someone's coming through Logi. Give yourself a second angle. They've got the south balcony after getting the east side control too. So right now, it's a 2-point push. But I think they need one more to really make this attack work, Tim.
Yeah, I think they're going to find themselves pushing into the lines of sight that w7m are holding. And here comes that rotation into logistics. Joystick needs to get some work done against Felipox. This gunfight could really determine the round. And it's going to be Joystick that wins it for Virtus Pro. 4 versus 3.
Oh!
He stands up, but he can't do enough as Pasha manages to get in and find the trade. 2v2, 2v1 as JB92 finds a second.
You see how loud they get, dude? After like every kill.
And that is going to be W7M.
Every kill, dude, they get super loud.
And the crowd here in São Paulo going wild.
Unsurprisingly, every kill they net, every round they find, every plant they get down, Tim. It's going to feel like they've just won the World Cup in a football game. I guarantee you of that. I don't think in that round it was interesting. We didn't see Virtus Pro flex
just give it to you. Hey, honestly, let me tell you something. You could do like a giveaway type of thing or whatever thing you're doing a thing, or you could just give it to me. I'm a real good guy and stuff, and you could just give it to me.
But it has been ignored. And now looking actually as we're going into round 3, we're seeing just that. Down as across onto the Ash to come up against JB92's mirror down in the basement.
That's it, and you know, making sure they've got that utility.
I don't know, just he's happy with life right now. As long as he sees NA in like any popular team, like watch and see.
It didn't look like it was really
just see who are you rooting for against FaZe in the finals?
They've got 15 breaching charges, but
are you rooting for FaZe or one of these two teams? I already know the answer, but I'm just waiting.
I think a big one, as I mentioned, was that slow pace as well. Yeah. Really dragged things down to a hot line. And I think although the end of the round maybe
Kinda
wasn't
dashy.
as clean as w7m are looking for, some great fights being run around main stairs, but historically there again we saw FaZe really punish Virtus Pros and VP trying to close things out with flashbangs, and that's where they often found themselves falling a little bit short. You even saw the friendly flashbang onto joystick, which is a bit of a moment of miscommunication, really could have cost them in that push.
I think w7m takes the whole thing. I feel like you literally only want w7m to win though, because FaZe is like a more popular team and like Org, and you just want to see as many people be sad as possible. That's literally what it is.
And that Ash that I mentioned, the counter towards the mirror, it's off the boards.
Could be dangerous for Virtus Pro if players like
I don't know, dude. I hope w7m loses this. I'm telling you, that's my hope.
There could be this battle over gun skill, over gunfights. w7m want to play that fast, aggressive style. Virtus Pro, they can take those fights and they can win them. But if they don't hold on to them, w7m, they are going to start to run away with this. But at 1-1, even split so far. Joystick shut down.
Dude, Hurt is crazy, bro. This guy is an animal.
Very dangerous game for Virtus Pro as he manages to find a third.
Not this crowd.
Huge. Shepard at least shutting down the rampage of Hertz. Cutting through 3 players of Virtus Pro. And this round is very different to how round 1
Can you
played
guys
out.
hear every single time someone gets a kill, there's like a crazy cheer? It's nuts.
Deleted Virtus Pro from the server. Shepard, a key player in map 1 for this team yesterday, didn't really have the strongest tournament. Outside of that, he's one about neutral when it comes around to KD, but has been quiet in a lot of
You hear
big
this right
games
now?
for them. Except
Yeah.
for map 1 yesterday. The team no doubt are looking at him for a
Siege is dead, by the way.
Absolutely, 1 versus 3 now. Shepard, a breath away from death. Surely just going to be a matter of time. A minute left on the clock, so he can use a few of those seconds. See if he
We'll
can
wait
maybe
until he's like
bait
about-
out a kill here, bait
until
out
he's
a
about to
beat
die.
From w7m, but it doesn't look like they are going anywhere. They know
Just
they've
wait.
got their positions, they know they've got their angles, and they can hold on. And this Des just goes to highlight a point that I made to you before.
Siege is dead, by the way.
w7m are going to play aggressive. They are going to find those entry kills. There's no way
That's
around
off
it.
a
So down,
round win,
joystick,
dude.
players
That's
like
not
that
winning the
getting into
game.
those zones,
That's not
finding
winning the
those kills
series.
is
That
not
was
gonna
a
be
round
guarantee
win.
for them. So third side, no
Bro, I
players
actually did
going
a
in
gold
through
3 man the trigger. I was like,
CCTV
ah,
windows, for
fucking
example.
crazy.
Nothing done to try and shift him. They basically just gifted them an exodermic.
I mean, that really is absolutely spot on because Virtus Pro started things out towards the master side.
VP is not a good villain because they don't have egos. True, but they're just like they're a good like stoic villain. They're very stoic individuals.
And I'm with you, like, I really thought things like a Sophia would be great here. Obviously, the Ash would got inside instead. Dan's the kind of play he looks to get inside the blue. Get that open up from below. Deny the blitz. So abandon the
Anyone
opportunity
who's
to play from that
stoic,
position.
dude.
And then they start the march directly in towards site. So as it stands right now,
I live on this one. I have like 2 monitors here.
a couple of angles being used to attack. Here, they're looking at just one, just the construction side of things.
It's this crowd, dude. It literally like the crowd literally has changed everything. I was talking to Bolo and I was talking to Doki and stuff like that, and a few other players, and they were saying that it's so loud it actually makes it difficult to play like properly. G2 ideal like scenario, FaZe versus G2 in the finals. If you were writing a script, you would not do G2 even. You would do FaZe versus DZ because you got Bolo, right? Big name, Canadian, most successful Siege player. That would have been the script. NA versus Brazil. That would have been the script.
Shepard's going to rotate and join him, and you've got to wonder why this wall wasn't opened up 20, 30 seconds ago.
There's only so much noise canceling headsets. Can you guys still hear it pretty loud? I'll try to turn it down. You can probably still hear it pretty good though.
3-1 to the Brazilian side, and if you didn't know it, the crowd has certainly let you know.
Starting to look a little reminiscent reminiscent of that game earlier against G2 with w7m just finding a little bit
louder
of
than me
breathing
at times.
space between them and Virtus Pro.
It's nothing I could try and, but like, don't think it's gonna really help. Crowd's just too loud.
Walk away with the kill because they're just hitting every shot. Herds at the minute absolutely flying. 6 and 3, KC 5 and 4 as well. 11 between those two.
No way they can do it with the crowd. Evidently, the noise canceling headphones are pretty good, but
one of the strongest players through all of group stage. Herds, you put him on the main stage and he just shines. We've seen it event after event twice this past year already.
don't change any sound. Okay.
To start things off as well. Admittedly, I think
Is it good now? Like right now, it's good, right? Do I have a green screen or is this my natural view? No, this is my actual view. Like I'm at the event streaming from like, there's like a big, like, I don't know. Not ideal.
Virtus Pro might start well in the round, but if they don't go into the execute with a massive man advantage, they are going to crumble.
So you can hear it. Yes, okay.
Far too easy to keep on getting these entries time and time again.
You want a non-Brazilian team to win just because you're a hater? You want to see the crowd sad? Bro, you guys are actually just miserable fucks, huh?
Just know where they're going to be, that prediction, and hitting them with the beautiful free fire. So
Bolo is also telling me that it's like, it is so loud that the noise-canceling headsets like would cancel your comms. Like if you were like talking, like you couldn't hear anybody because of like the noise canceling would like try to stop. Herds is insane. No, NA's done. Done and dusted. FaZe in the finals, a Brazilian team. This is Virtus Pro versus w7m.
Don't look too pressured. Actually upstairs on the site itself may prove to be a different story. That's a really big kill to get. The Yokai's now offline. The second, and Dan's getting deja vu to him. He got a 2K here back in the early rounds in this exact position. But one by one, w7m are falling. Now we'll have to step away. Turn more towards the C4 in the back pocket of the Herds to do some damage.
Another good top floor clearance from Virtus Pro. It looked a little bit shaky to start with, but they played in behind that utility.
It's really loud, yeah. If I'm not mistaken, it's like 10,000 or something or so.
And as I said, Virtus Pro, they're going to need everybody stepping up and going big. He's just going to tank the air jab and continue pushing through. He knows he's in a difficult spot here, 1v4. He's just trying to level the odds as much as he can, but even with the jiggle peak, doesn't find his man.
Not much to do. Not much to do. At least dove down the player on the other side who's been lethal in this round. Always with a 3K. Team do manage to get the diffuser down, Tim, but
sorry, I just got a message back.
A bit of a foregone conclusion.
Deimos is like, I haven't played him, but supposedly he's like fucking crazy. So we'll see.
They're ready and waiting by the looks of it for the castle barricade to come down.
We shall see.
Discipline being shown, exposing nothing to the other side. Picking up their man, and Virtus Pro will find their second attacking round. And Tim, that's the key thing to highlight. They are on the attack to start. Being a 2 and 3 right now, not a bad situation to be in.
Not at all. If they could nick away a third round here, I'm sure that they'll have some confidence going onto the defense and playing in their own setups. But yeah, I think a good attack there from Virtus Pro. It looks a little bit difficult after Herds got that opener. That's the third round in a row that Herds has been able to pick up the entry.
Bolo on the G2 loss. It was funny. He's like, why are they cheering on that traitor? They were cheering on Alamo.
If Dan can't get it done on the entry, they need somebody else. And that somebody else this time was always. He got himself a triple.
Well, I guess the electronic noise canceling is pretty good, but the crowd is so loud that it physically vibrates the stadium in the stage. It's literally not.
No, not at all. I mean,
I've been to major sporting events.
This is exactly how it's going to look when w7m can kind of dictate.
It's not like this in the US or in Europe.
They can really take the fight to Virtus Pro a little
it's
bit
definitely
more.
different
It's
here.
a little bit tricky on defense to do that because you kind of got to wait for the attackers to present themselves to you. Pasha is going to present himself wrapped up with a bolt to KC as he finds himself an opener.
Yeah, maybe like in a playoff game. Sure, Tony. I'll post it. Yeah, like maybe like, I know like when the Lions were in the playoffs, because they've obviously sucked forever, they were breaking like sound records for how loud Ford Field was. So like But this is like the same level of noise for like, you know, an esport tournament, which is crazy. Soccer crowds in Europe aren't loud. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they are. I haven't watched a soccer game in Europe, so I could be off.
Philippe Ox is on the flank here. If he doesn't get picked up, it could be dangerous, but they do not. Shepard, Joystick, they managed to chain a couple of together, and all of a sudden, it's exactly the same as the last round. It looks like w7m are on top, but Virtus Pro dig their heels in and say, absolutely not. We're going to get a couple of kills. We're going to start swinging this one. They've got the mid-floor control now. They can start on the hatches. They've got plenty of time. JB92 and Nade have been forced back into sight. Virtus Pro needs to just take a breath here.
Oh!
They just need to shoot them through the floor.
It's nice to know Dan started cheating.
We'll take that. I want one in the round on a spray through some soft surfacing. Score us down to a 3 versus 1. VP got 40 seconds to play. But Tim, I'd count any w7m player in a 1vx and you'd still give them odds of walking away the winner.
I don't know,
Really
Demonic.
would. You know that they've got it in the locker. And right now, JB sees one, but he can't find his shot. He goes for the one, and just before the flash, he manages to hit the head of Dan. He's fighting with blue, and that's where both of the attackers are. Shepard, he locks it out, and that's going to be a 3-quick
Keep it
half
going.
for Virtus Pro. And Des, it's official. We've got a game on our hands.
It took us to the halfway mark to sit at 3-3. Admittedly, we've had quite a speed run so far on these live finals. Across yesterday, even the series earlier on today, G2 collapsing for what has now become arguably one of the strongest rivalries in Rainbow Six Esports.
College football crowds are the highest level crowds that America gets. Definitely comparable to EU soccer.
It's going to be interesting
Maybe,
to
yeah.
see
People
as
are pretty
well.
passionate over
W7M
football,
have
like
so
college
far
football. I'd
kind of
agree
had it
with
all
that.
their way. You know, they've had some games where they've just run away
There's
with
like,
it. The crowd is on their side.
for example,
All
there's
this
like the
noise
University of
being made, they
Michigan.
haven't yet been challenged
The
in front
University of
this
Michigan's
noise.
stadium holds like
Realistically, and Virtus Pro
120,000
can push
people,
them
which is
can push them to that
bananas.
point. Maybe
Absolutely
a little bit of doubt creeps in.
bananas.
Maybe the crowd, as fantastic as it is, plays on their minds a little
It's
bit.
like
They
is
take
screaming.
ground and just
That's what I would say the
remove
difference
these Virtus
here
Pro players
is.
as they go. But
That's what I would
Virtus
say
Pro
the
giving
difference
something
is.
up
In the
easily.
US, it's
Always
like there
gets
might be a lot of
spots
people that are
out,
loud.
finds
In
his
Europe,
man,
there might be
picking
a
up
lot of
big
people that are
opener
loud,
onto her.
but here it's
Extra spacing, just
everyone
managed to get Pasha, and now the
that's
pressure is
loud.
mounting forwards.
Like
Down
every
and
single
down
person in the
this is
stadium
sort
is
of
basically
pace and
screaming
pressure from w7m that's gonna petrify
at the top of their
Virtus Pro.
lungs. Whereas like in the US, it might get really loud. In Europe, it might get really loud, but it's not everyone.
Getting absolutely torched by Capital Firebolts on catwalk and being forced into a very, very unfavourable position. It's exactly what comes out towards always. 3 players left on side here. Joysticks on the Solus is worth noting. Can do quite a lot
I'm
of
not.
damage,
No,
at least,
I'm
to take
not,
away
but I'm
the
saying,
info
like-
from W7M. Well, halfway into the round, 6 drones have fell so far, but enough for a
I'm just saying, like, if when I like look around, it doesn't matter where people are sitting. They're screaming on every kill, every win, every round win. Quiet on every, like, it's like I don't know. They're just built different, dude. Michigan's still national champs. True,
They
true.
also know the fundamentals that need to be done. They're not going to get hit on the flank. They've got all the utility out to try and avoid that happening. They know they've got time on the clock. There's a minute 10 left to go. They are just positioning here. They're posturing. They're getting themselves ready. This is
Yeah, I'm talking
phase
about
2
levels of
the round.
participation.
This is
That's, I guess that's the best way to
getting
put it.
yourself
Like,
ready
it's
for
literally
that final
everybody in this
execute.
place is like off the chain, like jumping up and
A
down.
couple of players around kitchen. So mindful of that C4 kitchen's where they want to go. Stepping in. Got the right
Claymore on the ladder's
JB's
interesting.
Very, very conscious of it. Looking towards the
it is.
EMPs left, and he's got all of them on sides. They could have disabled it out and made an unstable push through. But now, though,
It's kind of common at like higher elo. That Claymore's existed since this map like first came out.
Open up those angles, turn Virtus Pro on their heels, make them look multiple ways. But with 30 seconds left to go, Virtus Pro are holding this down pretty well. Joystick's got the lock on KZ in blue. Dan, he's holding down main
The
stairs. He's
Super Bowl.
watching for the drop.
I feel like the
But
Super Bowl's not even that
comes in
loud,
from
bro.
Moto.
It's just like
Nade
really
manages to
rich
get
people.
himself into side. KZ with a pick. Shepard
It's
with
literally
one
just like
return on
really
the frame.
rich
But the
people,
diffuser
like at the
is
Super
going
Bowl
to
now.
start going down. Dan's got to do something. He can do nothing. JB92 finds one. It's all alone for Shepard once again. 1 versus 3. Diffuser down and a mountain to climb. But he takes the first step. He finds one. Can he find 2 more?
it's always poor Shepard stuck in these 1vx's, and sadly Tim, as clutch as he might be at the best of times,
Bro, reload. Go for it.
You are against arguably the best team.
You have to kill 2 people, dog.
Tomorrow, if they make it through this game, one on the other side of Moto, one more sat actually in Moto.
Yeah, good round from w7m there.
See, look.
They used that mid-round time really well, I felt. They went in, they got the vertical angles they needed, they made it difficult for Virtus Pro to play where they wanted to. They knew exactly what the plan spot was going to be.
The PC's are already there. You plug in your own mouse, keyboard, mouse pad, headset, all that kind of stuff.
So often, but we don't always see it, and that is push that basement from multiple directions, because straight away it removes joystick from the fight. He has to watch blue. So now
Indoor will make it louder than outside. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, look at the crowd. Look at the level of participation of people that are like screaming. It's like 100%. I've never seen anything like this.
Surely it's JV's job to get rid of him. He's sat bottom main stairs. His job is to protect that main hallway. But the problem was joystick, who you rightly touched on.
Do they check the keyboard and mouse to make sure no scripts are involved? I don't know, to be honest with you. I mean, I would assume, but I don't actually know.
He waited for the whole team to say, I'm ready. Virtus Pro's mental here.
They already had to, like, play against G2. Luckily, they 2-0 G2, but then there was a big break in between. Like, it does wear you out, you know?
JB92 onto joystick. This kill's going in every direction here, Des. Dan manages to buy one. Pasha a second for the round, taking Felipox down. It's all up to JB92, 1v3, and Super War.
SI was always at...
And Shepard with a beautifully thrown.
Nice. SI has normally always been in Montreal.
JB92's POV as it just sailed into his feet, got the job done. Virtus Pro, they were confident in their church and Arsenal, and they got it done at the second time of asking.
So much pinned on down there as well, just playing inside of Arsenal on the Warden.
Which team has more support? Oh, it's not even close, w7m. Brazilian teams root for Brazil. That's it. There is Brazilians do not root for other teams ever.
We can play a 5v5 hold completely fine. If we sit, play defensive, things will go our way.
Dan is actually awake today. He was asleep at the wheel. Big old Dan. Dirty Dan. Dan is frying today. All of VP look pretty good right now. It's going to be a competitive game, at least. I'm happy it's not like a blowout.
Two-round rotation, so of course once you win a site, you got to play 2 others before you're allowed to go back there. So
sure, they break the mirror. They could shoot the mirror and the Cade will fall on the ground, and it will still, like, Cade the wall. That's actually super smart. Why don't they have these water cups and no water bottles? I don't know, actually. That's a great question. I don't know. It's water. I drink whatever, dude. Whatever's here, I'm, like, good with. I'm not, you know, I don't give a shit.
About 40 at this point. Another C4. A few bullets will be enough to see him dispatched.
Just lost 2 impact nades, though, that really could have helped to deal with that shield. Joystick dies with them in pocket, and also some goo mines.
Shepard's a better hard support, but Felipox a better flex support. Yeah, and in this meta, flex support might be more important, you know. Felipe.
58 seconds left. And w7m,
Boomers in their hydration. You gotta drink your water, dude. It's important. It's very important to drink your water.
He's actually really handy here as well, because no doubt those Evilize, you see one of them, pretty good spot as well.
Water is, it's actually pretty, like, it's not hot up here. It's not really hot up here. But in the arena, so what's kind of crazy is normally this place is an outdoor arena. Or like a partially outdoor arena. But they enclosed it for this event. So they pumped in air conditioning. Like, there's air conditioning that's normally not here getting pumped upstairs to this, like, balcony. Otherwise it would be unbearably hot with all the lights and equipment and stuff. But even in the stands, it's pretty hot.
Shotgun at super close range with no idea where he is. And the smoke is going to see you first. He's sees the barrel, he sees the leg, he sees everything. No ping, no nothing. No
That was
ping,
insane, dude.
And JV deletes him. What a
Sleeping.
clutch coming out.
Sleeping at the smoke shotgun.
On the side of Paolo, ready to sing his praises. We've seen him get so invested, so emotional for a team that's normally quite stoic. But that is sure as hell to shut him up. You are far away from home. This is Brazil. I absolutely love that because all tournament long, that music in my head, come to Brazil or Brazil will come to you.
Look at this, dude. Look at this.
And they're still coming to us.
They just don't stop.
Oh my God. That was almost...
Such low health and getting the job done.
I don't know how he loses that, bro. That's crazy.
That first bullet, JV92 with a brilliant pre-fire. Just a little bit of intel.
Probably supporting. I don't know. That's a conundrum.
Very slow bomb coming out of Virtus Pro. Goyle on side, C4s, the music down information.
I'll be supporting w7m. I don't know. I feel like it'll be a mix.
Here we go. Here comes the juke train. The leap box is straight in.
Wow, bro.
I think Adams wants to catch out the player. Lewis dropping down a gadget, but a 4v3. W7M.
VP's losing control of this.
And the W7M balls, they do not stop charging.
VP was slowing them down and kind of controlling the pace. They've completely lost control of the pace of the game. You know what's funny? The main George can't even get a rank stack without inviting the two morons. Okay, bro. I refuse to play with Almir and Elman ever again. They are so ass. It is crazy.
2 rounds in a row. They need to win the defense to send us through to overtime and ensure W7M don't take
That was a mistake that happened one time. I would rather uninstall the game at this point.
It's very difficult to time these, I think, when you've got such a close game. Because don't forget, you take a time out and speak to your team.
This is just not
the other
like.
team's coach gets to have that same input as well.
By the way, the official Brazilian broadcast is like 3 feet away from me. I could just walk over there and appear on the Brazilian broadcast, like the main one. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to do that, but like they're literally like 5 feet away from me on another desk.
Starting to struggle, it feels a little bit with the pace of W7M, particularly that last round. W7M getting in behind Felipe.
Hey guys, what's going on? Hey, I understand you're casting a really important game right now in the 6 Invitational semifinals, but either way, I'm co-streaming. You guys want to come over on my stream?
They know that it's there for the taking, and they just go in and rip them to shreds to open the wall. There go the sellers, and that is good.
I think Bolo said he's gonna watch the finals.
I think a little bit of an attempt for some denial comes out, but it will be no good. As JB92, he kicks things off with a kill onto Always.
Before Always went down, he managed to impact them off the wall as well, which is a real stinger. They dropped every cell there at once, and things now are turning instead towards the exit Thermix. Joystick finds himself on the deck.
Let's see.
W7M.
This is not great for Virtus Pro, lose this one, and they will find themselves a map down and moving on to Chalet. Casey, I don't think that they know that he's creeping down Dirt Tunnel.
Do they even know he's here? They don't know he's here. This is the play. All right, that's map 1 W7M. Sonics. I feel like Sonics are not well liked in video. You guys are spamming dicks? Okay. Okay, you guys don't have to keep spamming. Oh my god. Alright, let's relax.
He notices somebody there, he's hurt him, he goes to the kill, he's actually going to take a lot of damage, and Virtus Pro standing up well, it's that early push.
This is what they do, right? They sit and they let you come to them, but when Hertz comes running, there's very little you can do except just fall over and die, it seems. I was going to touch upon the line of the KV coming along here. When you see Grim band away throughout this tournament, we have seen the two come forward as uncaring. Kind of going back to the old school ways, the Lion and the KV. Because Lion and Grim, very similar in terms of operators. You stick yourself in a spot, find yourself moving away, guess what? You're going to get stiffed out and put down pretty darn quickly. It's a very good and aggressive combo coming out when you've got these two operators on side.
JB92 just continuing that work on the top floor. I think w7m happy at this point that they've got the map locked down, but guess what, they don't have the map locked down. Pasha on the Goyo has managed to slip through the net a little bit, I think, up on the top floor.
Done, truly.
That could be a really important flank as this
Is my bidet reliable? It's the most reliable bidet out there. Well, I don't know. At least for my bidet, I had it. I basically sent it to a third party to what's it called, to test it, and it's, I don't know. It's basically, they said that it should last the average person many years, and that you know, basically probably no one goes through that type of testing. So, and I took the feedback. I actually had it tested, and then I had that prototype changed to make it even more durable. Mods time do you have for spamming? Probably Nightbot did. How did I test my bidet? I actually sent it to a firm to basically test stuff. So basically what they'll do is they'll create a device that rigs up and presses the buttons over and over and over and over and over again. So the buttons are rated for X amount of I don't want to say the exact numbers in case whatever someone fails early or some shit, but it's rated for years and years of use. Damn, bro. It basically it's rated for years of use. So basically, yeah, they just run cycles until failure, and they essentially ran the amount of cycles that it was supposed to run, and they did the cycle was supposed to be 10 years, and it passed a 10-year cycle without breaking. So if hypothetically, of course there could be early failures and stuff, that's not a guarantee, but that's why I didn't advertise it anywhere. I really could have, because we did it through a legit firm and stuff. But anyway, you get the idea. Basically it's tested to last virtually indefinitely, you know. Not indefinitely, whatever. Just, it has a 1-year warranty, so that's the guarantee, but it'll last quite a bit longer than that, or it should. So, if you have any issues past that, always feel free to reach out. Probably you just replace it for you anyway. You know, it's not that big of a deal. It's an alpha pack, esport pack, whatever type of pack. It does not change.
Managing even after all that pressure, to get himself the opener onto KZ. Great start for Virtus Pro. And w7m at this point, for one of the first times, are actually
it's
really
predetermined when you get the pack and it hits your inventory.
Oh, and always just ready and waiting for the drop from hers to come on through. Hard, 5v3, 4vp. Looks like
tomorrow's games will be good, yeah.
Why do I do this, Tim? Why do I even say the line? Because you just know. Again, it's w7m. Every player, massive clutch potential. Actually got himself in a good spot. Philippe Proxy could expose himself to be a little bit in hot water, but the ball himself over the balcony, instead looking in towards Robbie. Knows and Swan, who was pushing into the bar, has managed to get through the fenway here as well. Yeah, now left in his way, but always so close. Coming into a 1-1, almost finds a 2K spray, but Dan gets his man. Suddenly a second one rolls on through. It feels like finally Virtus Pro have got a bit of joy in this map. Will bring us to a 1-on-1 scoreline, Tim.
The crowd, yeah, if it's VP, ideally VP wins this. It's not looking good. I mean, I figured w7m would probably win this. That was my bet, but
if he picks up a kill or two, he's unlikely to win the round from this position. And w7m have never threatened.
You should get extra packs for guessing everything correct the minute predictions become available. Yeah, that'd be cool.
There's been no pressure on him whatsoever.
The main thing they're going to really look for in the previous round was the KB and the Lion combo, but in this round, only the Lion being onside. They saw the push on.
Bro, this man is trying to save KD. A zombie nerf? Yeah, I still think it's not good enough though. Azami's barricades take 35 bullets from Thermite's gun, which is a lot. It's still a lot. It should be, I think it should be 20, maybe 15, 20. Because if somebody lets you shoot 20 bullets at their Kiba barricade and you don't capitalize on it, that's on you. You know, and then you have 10 bullets to fight them back after breaking it. Yeah, 2 people shooting at it, I guess, but I would just like it to be weaker, personally.
My main worry is the evolution that you see with w7m across the map.
But then again, they probably still want a zombie to be really strong. It should... How many bullets is it from Cali? Is it 1 or 2? I feel like it should be 1 from Cali. Basically, like, he's casting with Pengu and Fabian. And I put there's 2 hammer winners and a guy that likes to get hammered drunk. It's going to be a good cast.
The entire push is coming towards this bottom side. Dan does manage to pick up Herds, and it's another good entry for Virtus Pro.
Is Dan going strong this map? Map one yesterday that was looking at the boys and saying, we're not seeing Dan.
I mean, like, bro, what, like, Parker is ass at this game.
Dan has been formidable. Here at 4-on-1.
Hold on. Let's see if I got Elo back. I'm kind of curious. I'm going to check out. Is this some degenerate shit? I'm in another country, and I'm checking to see if I got Elo back right now. Do I have a problem? I'm trying to see if I got rollback.
They haven't really recognized. I don't think that the space was there for them to push into. And Virtus Pro, they've been able to...
Oh, let's go, dude. I got 72 Elo back.
Because they were able
I got 72 Elo back since I've been, like, 12 hours ago. Let's fucking go, dude. Let's fucking go. I just flew like 6,000 miles and I'm checking my fucking Elo online.
Not really recognizing that there was maybe an opportunity.
Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. You know, not a big deal. Not a big deal.
Because the energy in those last 2 rounds, despite what I said about, can you really afford to get too excited for Virtus Pro? I think you can. What has really changed is that taking away the decay. We've only really had the line on side to look to try.
I have an Elo problem, possibly.
It's been a little bit half and half. We saw the decay in the last round. The call came through immediately. Virtus Pro.
Yeah, this is.
They know the swing is coming.
This is like absolutely like. It's gonna be close. The thing is, I'm just the only. I think w7m still wins. It's just, does w7m get tired? Like, if they get tired, it's GG. Sure. Dude, Intero honestly does right now. He looks like this. He looks like the substitute teacher that like just lets you do like whatever, doesn't really care. He's just like, all right, like, you know. Hey guys, I'm gonna be your substitute teacher today. It's Intero Parker Kai. You can do whatever you want. Like, it's fine. I'm cool. I'm a hip guy.
But it's all by design because Virtus Pro want to play around this area. So I think they're going to have to try and force it through the main ring.
Don't worry, I'm not like your main teacher.
For a lot of teams looking to make and execute into here work unless
like, it's chill, dude. It's chill.
There is the potential for W7M to reuse that push, as you say. They were.
And Tara's the sickle to my hammer.
Wasn't really an answer.
I was gonna call him like a dirty commie on the main broadcast. Like, think of the 1000-bit spud. I was gonna call him a commie on the main broadcast, but I'm like, I feel like that might not be a good idea. I'm in Brazil. Yep. So I was gonna call. Like Parker. I was like, cause I forgot what it was. He's like. Milosh was like, do you have something to say to Intero? And like the first thing that popped into my head like right away is I'm like, he's a dirty fucking communist. I'm like, wait a minute, you're on the main broadcast. You're supposed to keep it like, you know, chill. Thank you for the 1,500 bits, Spud, much appreciated. And then I was like, break a leg. Bro, this shit is... There's the hammer. That guy is sweating. You notice how on the broadcast, whenever they're flicking everyone off, they just like... They're like, okay, here's what it is. They're like flicking everybody off, and they're like, you notice they always cut it off, so it's like right there. Like they cut off their middle finger, like on the feed. It's always like, I gotta reach high, okay? I'm short. And then it just looks like they're like cheering and not flicking everyone off.
And if they need to make a move, they've always got that option to just turn it on, rush in, and get the kills to find the space. And like you say, it must be very, very difficult to play against. And Virtus Pro certainly on the receiving end of that there. Look at the drop from her.
Do I need a booster seat? I kind of do, to be honest with you. Like, my feet are not comfortably on the ground, and I have this chair at the lowest setting.
It's like a freight train just running
running over people when he gets going. There's just no stopping him.
When he gets to the live stages, Tim.
Look at this, dude. This is for like single round wins.
It really is.
The shirts are off, Tim, quite literally.
Bro, that guy is
You know, what is
sweating.
on the line for W7M here. We've made much of, you know, the fact that they are the hometown heroes, the fact that this is on their own patch,
That guy
but
is
it's
getting
not just
into
about
it.
SI. It's not just about this one tournament.
That guy
it's
is
about
getting
an
into
entire
it,
year
bro.
as they've won both of the majors so far, Copenhagen, Atlanta.
Bro, I don't.
They
Why are you
could
spamming about
cap off
drops?
the year
Just
taking
use
every
the
single
use the
trophy
drops
that is
inventory
available
thing.
to them. JB92, he gets in and gets an entry onto Always. And W7M look to continue the momentum. The flawless round for Virtus Pro might just have awoken the beast.
Sound out, friends. Am I enjoying Brazil? It's been pretty nice. I have not been able to, you know, attack a, consume a capybara yet. So, you know, things, you know, they'll get better. They'll get better. I might not be able to eat a capybara, honestly, depending on how like things go.
Okay, we're ready to make the move.
I might not be able to eat one. Evidently, there's like a river that's like over here, and they just chill. Dude, it is so insane how aggressive W7M gets. The VP guys were getting spit on. I did hear about that as well. Yeah, unfortunate. That's unacceptable. Let's see. No, there's a river over here with capybaras, bro. I might have to, you know, might have to find that cappy, dude.
And right now, Virtus Pro struggling to keep pace with them. We're seeing that aggression. We're seeing that willingness to take fights coming out of W7M over the last couple of rounds, and they're starting to kick it up.
Put one in a carry-on. I feel like a capybara wouldn't even do anything, bro. If I picked up a cappy and just like tossed it in my luggage, it would not do anything. There's no way, dude. A cappy trap. There's just, I can't imagine it even like doing anything other than just continuing to like look smug. Me. That shit's like a fucking, I don't know. It's like fucking Wagyu at Costco's like 80.
He's gonna have to move away as the nade comes in, but there's another for Joystick. 4 versus 1 now as Virtus Pro have collapsed all over this W7M attack.
Dan really the big deleter there at the top of Library Stairs. You see them employing a similar sort of strat we've seen out of Virtus Pro across the last couple of days.
FaZe will win? I don't know.
Take those gunfights.
It's, FaZe does look pretty good.
Like a batch coming through can be massive for you to get the push forward that you need. It's well played by Virtus Pro, still keeping things close.
Look at the fans, dude. Do you see this shit?
So much belief inside the arena in the Brazilian teams. And I think
struggling. Yeah. I hope VP wins, man. For storyline's sake, I hope VP wins.
To be, you know, reasonably capable on, shall we? But I just think now, getting onto their defense, they're going to be confident in locking this down. I think we're going to see some strong roams. They're going to get out there and look to take gunfights with Virtus Pro. And Virtus Pro have got to send a message at the beginning of this round. And the first few rounds, they've got to get out there, win a few gunfights, and let Virtus Pro know that they can't just run around on defense and just have the run of the map.
Well, that's going to be it now. It's that full squad.
I asked the receptionist if they have bidets before they booked. I actually didn't. I figured that they would probably have them because, what's it called? Brazil, they generally have bidets. I asked some people, you know, before I came here, like some Brazilians were in like, you know, Twitch chat and stuff, and they were saying how there's like bidets.
Those razor blues that were ready and waiting. Spot here to make the push work. Did actually reinforce it up after making use of this earlier into the round. But have got to make
This is
on towards blue. If he doesn't come on
Did he mess up that? He messed up that fire, bro. Or it got Wamide. This is over. That fire getting Wamai was the round.
Has got no chance. He can't get through the barbed wire. He can't get through the fire. And right now, it feels like Virtus Pro are going to have to do just
He
that
didn't
to win
sell.
this.
There was a Wamai disc, but I guess he should have looked it for it. I'm gonna piss really quick. Watch my stream chat.
I love how we've just seen a scarf that really epitomises that round. Welcome to Hell in Red. And that's what that felt like. You're stepping in, you've got Evil Eyes zapping you, two of them. You've got Goyo canisters being popped off as well. You're being challenged for Connector and Blue. Just everything that could have came against the attackers there did. A really strong defense coming out from w7m, where they were happy to give away Hatch, for example. They didn't care about holding on to Trench for all that long. Really good stuff. If this half carries on like that, we're on for a 2-0.
A round that really, for me, promotes and advertises how effective utility can be in this game. If it's placed well, if it's in position, if you can do everything else you need around it. We've got the Vulcan canister, we've got the Evil Eye, we've got the barbed wire, and it just completely opts out the round.
They know, Tim, and you know what?
Shots fired.
I'll happily take second place. I'm all
Any
right.
presence out in dining and kitchen from potentially causing them a problem. Great opener from Dan. That's 2 rounds in a row now. KZ's going to take a lot of damage, so does Joystick. Those two, they're just going to dip away from that fight. In comes the utility once again. Always on to Nate. 5 versus 3, 5 versus 2. KZ does manage to get something going for w7m though.
See that 5v3 would always get to 2k, and we remember what happened in the first half of this map. Still, we saw w7m pull things back. 2v4, KZ and JV to hold off Virtus Pro, save them and keep them at bay and take this into a 5-3. Otherwise, things get tied up 4-4 instead. But now's Virtus well likely stairs. This might be a great spot to get into. If you can retake the top 4 here while JV holds sides itself, that blows this round wide open. KZ literally marching his way through, scared by a drone that was at his feet just now. Has to back away from this one. Also, of course, not forgetting that camera has been hacked and taken over. Matches by down, but it could have also been indicated. Just tell him he has found his man, that's all he needs to.
Exactly that, fantastic. Just really closes out the round more than likely JV92. He's trying to do what he can underneath, but there is going to be absolutely no joy for him as Dan manages to find that final kill. That is a really good round for
We're back.
Virtus Pro, leveling things up for
Weirdo.
keeping
True.
it close on Charlie.
Plenty more to come, I'm sure, yet.
All right.
We want a close game, Tim. We said it many times before. You want to see these games either go.
Look how
all the way or the
crazy,
very
dude. I
least.
still just can't get over this shit.
3-3 on Clubhouse is how it started. This one at least is keeping pace, keeping form. We aren't seeing either team run away with the second half just yet. There's still plenty of time.
Down, Alfredo.
I won't say it too loud.
I know the crowd is insane, dude.
Fans could hear me over the noise they're making, but I don't want to risk it. But yeah, I'd love to see Virtus Pro
Who won the
take this
last
match
round?
and go to 3, because I sort of feel like the matchup deserves it. Both teams at this point have had big rounds. They've both had big moments. They are both fighting with everything that they've got, and it just feels that
Thank you very much. Jetto is in complete shambles, dude. Complete and utter shambles.
That will force w7m to fall back without necessarily having to force top floor control. Dan, he's a different man this map, Tim. He's 12-3.
3 kills in a row have been the entry for Dan.
Oh,
He's managed to get them
yeah.
and really
Thank
put
you.
Virtus Pro into a great position. 5 versus 3 now. W7m definitely on the back foot, and you're just wondering, Des, they are so close. They're only 3 rounds away from that grand final spot. Are the nerves starting to set in a little bit? Are the cracks just starting to show? And Virtus Pro,
My opinion of the game so far, whatever team the crowd has wanted to win, the crowd buff is real. So far, unless maybe that it's broken here.
Quite the same way as Pasha, he manages to find him 5 versus 2 and can now
Yeah,
start using
Virtue,
that
like
class
G2 got
towards
fucking
side.
destroyed.
Fair in a 5 versus 2, you take any set of operators, I imagine.
That
to
shit
close
was
things out.
brutal.
The glass is certainly not going to hurt. JV still sat up above. Want to clear him out so he can't play the verticals, and that's exactly what they found. Joystick getting his man. The
All right, VP.
A smoke actually might really help the Yokais here. They're going to be paying the price for this. He'll stall out one, but can they find the other? It's been shot out, and that is really all they need here. Down to
they
the
got
last one.
both.
They'll take it out as well, unless they can deny from
I mean, if
above.
he
This
dropped,
round is about
no, it's over. If he was somehow able to like drop, like maybe.
They sit back, they hold their angles. Nade has got a mammoth task ahead of him. He comes around the corner, manages to find Joystick. Joystick, who was led prone 1 versus 5, becomes 1 versus 4. But if Nade's going to be successful, he's going to have to find one of the rarest things in all of Siege, and that would be the coveted 1v5 ace clutch. And right now, time is not on his side. He's got about 10 seconds to find these kills. He's taking damage, and that is likely to be an impactless kill as he finds the second, but can find no more as Pasha closes it down. That's Virtus Pro.
I hope VP wins.
Here on Charlie.
VP was your prediction winner. You only were doing that because that was your only hope of an Australian player doing shit.
Getting in, opening up the floor, for example, potentially getting C forward.
APAC is fucking dirt. Sorry. They are. Virtue is the reason G2 is not good, because he brings that APAC energy. No, I'm kidding. He's actually a nice guy. But seriously, anytime APAC's involved, it's going to be loss.
Not quite unsurprisingly, given they are now down 5-4 on their own.
I wouldn't be mad with G2 winning, honestly, because I love Doki, dude. For people that have watched the stream for a really long time, before Doki was a pro player, I used to play ranked with him. And even when he was a pro player, back when he was on Navi and stuff, we used to always play ranked together. Because I would stream super fucking late into like all the way into the morning, right? So 5, 6, 7 in the morning, stuff like that, right? And Doki lives in the UK, right? So Doki would wake up, you know, early in the morning and get on ranked, and he would play NA ranked with me. So yeah, I mean, he had no one to play with, so I'm like, hey, hop in the stack, dude.
I wouldn't say it feels like the game is run far enough away from him that they have to be majorly concerned.
Yeah, I like him. He's a good dude.
This game back in their control. To be fair, when Dan's vaulting into blood and getting 2 kills like that,
back when I was a grinder, I know.
You put your players in the right place, and he still walks away with a 2K. That's how I think a lot of teams feel.
They're in that position now where the only move left to them is to push forward and take the gunfight.
I used to play with a lot of Brazilian players all the time. Noted, right? And a lot of like people here remember me playing with all their like favorite Brazilian players and stuff, and they're like, oh, I remember when we used to play like ranked with whatever, Noted, or you know, Julio or Yuna or Nesk or whatever. So laggy times for them? No, dude, that was back when like ping was an advantage, like big time.
Deleting him from the server, and Nate and KZ have got to hold on. It's going to be such a tough job for them now.
Like, as long as you were aggressive, high ping was a big advantage back then. Remember Noted? Yeah, I used to play with Yuna like every day. Like Yuna and Julio a lot.
Always, once again, Pasha to finish off a flawless round, and Virtus Pro, they move on to map point, and that is the quietest that I've heard the arena so far today.
Ashen bucketing ACOG back. I'm actually fine with it. I'm fine with it. I'm just glad the 1.5 site is getting like nerfed to the dirt.
I thought it might be a battle of attrition between the Jaeger and between the Bavai, and of course all those flashbangs coming against them. But instead, what do you see? The Jaeger screen with 3 flashbangs all going off at the same time. It didn't matter where, you can't look away from 3 to at once. He was guaranteed to be 4 white screen. It was a brilliant team play coming out
shoot,
from
dude.
Pro. That is the kind of stuff they've
Costco deals, chat. This is essential. Evidently, Costco Hot Buys just popped up. I have the Costco app, so I'm aware. I'm dialed in. Let's see if there's any good deals. They're trying to like hype up w7m. Let's see. No, Lowe's sucks. You do the same with Amazon deals? Yep. You gotta check, dude. That's big savings right there. Minute 30. Why is he not playing Metal Box or like Pillar? He's too far back, man. He's literally way too far back. He's killing him anyway. that hatch position is gonna save the round.
Virtus Pro do have time to do that if they want to. 50 seconds. Dad finds JB92.
He needs to kill him, and then oh, he's going back.
Virtus actually pushed away from the hatch, so there is an opportunity for Virtus Pro.
My prediction for the grand finals? I don't know. I mean, I think I'm hoping that VP plays FaZe and then FaZe wins. That'd be cool. I mean, I want a Brazilian team to win. Damn! Let's go! We have a game on our hands. Listen to the booze, dude. In the middle of the city is like $1, like a 1.5 liter. Dude, that shit would be like $5 in the US. Do they have those places where you can pick the capybara you're gonna eat? I wish, honestly. That'd be nice. Just scoop one up. I don't know, bro. I think VP's gonna win this. I just have a feeling.
A great start once again. How many times
I think w7m looks tired. Even their like the look on their players' faces and stuff, they look tired.
We haven't had any of those huge clutch moments really.
This is what I was telling you guys at the very beginning of the game, that like if it goes map 3, or even if it like takes a long time to do like, you know, map 1, 2, like this is where it happens. This is where it happens. Potentially, of course. Not saying w7m still can't like bring it back, because they're an incredible team. Yeah, the reigning major champions. They're nuts.
It just feels like w7m need that kind of moment, but Dan is not going to let them have it. He manages to pick up the final kill. He'd also down the player, so 2 reigning for him at the end.
What NA teams are still alive? What are you doing? Just jumping on the fucking NA bandwagon of hate?
Solid start. w7m, right sort of idea, I think.
So you're telling me you're actually happy that all the NA teams got eliminated, Colin? I mean, fuck NA. Listen, NA is the best, bro. Okay. Good, no idea. Hey, fucking IM80 still in it, huh? I heard those guys make $300 million a year each. They make more than most professional athletes. So, yeah, how'd they do in this tournament, huh? How'd they fucking do? Is that what you're telling me? You've been rooting for NA? Fair enough. Oh!
Cannot find the second as Pasha is alert, he's alive, he's ready for the danger, and he manages to find the trade. Takes a lot of
I have like, it's my feed here is delayed a little bit. I have a live feed over here. So watch this one. I wanted DZ to win it, yeah. That was I wanted Bolo and Canadian to win. I don't even like really give a shit about anybody else.
Chipping away at the information game. In fact, inside 60 seconds, we'd already seen half of their drones off the board.
I'm gonna be honest, like, there's like kind of like a few players that I'm like, you know, I'd like them to win and stuff, but I don't really give a shit, dude. Outside of DZ, like, I don't know, I met the SSG guys at the Atlanta Major and we hung out and stuff, and you know, I know people don't like action and stuff, but yeah, I hung out with all the players and stuff. They were like actually really chill. They were actually really chill. Sonics, like I said, Geo.
Overcommit and give anything up to Virtus Pro too easily.
Yeah, Justy, he will never fucking admit it. This man will never fucking admit it, but I know he wanted, deep down, he wanted DZ to win. He'll never fucking admit that shit.
Does give himself away to Dan on the hatch. He used that vertical superiority to find his man, but time could
No, the fuck you did. I know you did. Maybe you wouldn't have previously, but after Bolo and my like Atlanta Major co-stream, I know you did deep down. I know deep down you did want them to win. Hey, Garbage Greg, thank you very much for the 71-month resub. Yo, it's cool sitting on the desk with them. Well, thank you, Greg. I appreciate it. They're the most tolerable NA squad. We have a game still.
Secure the round. Tip. Without those flashes, with all that drone denial and the disruptive bones, our two players, JD and Hertz, have finally seen the Virtus Pro train ground to a halt.
Faults is really chill, yeah. Yeah, it's been a good time, Greg. Faults is very chill. I mean, most of you guys should remember Faults as well because, like, I used to play ranked with them. You have to remember that Faults was like I used to play with obviously Molly, right? You root for teams based on vibe first, skill second. Fair enough. Okay. Obviously, you guys remember Molly, right? The guy who team killed me constantly. So Molly was friends with Merc. Okay. So I used to play with Merc a lot because of Molly. Molly invited him originally when he switched from Xbox to PC. Okay. And then Merc invited Faults because that was his like duo on Xbox. So I used to play a shit ton with Faults. So I mean, seeing him win would be nice too. He already did as well. So. I like Faults a lot. Bro, that guy is just sweating more and more.
They've got an absolute love of their teams.
Hold on, Slave.
They're almost cheering before a kill happens. They know it's coming because they know the
Went the stream sniper route, Colin, unfortunately. But did? Yeah. Well, we downgraded a little bit. From Faults to Badip.
Players just getting back into lobby now. We'll be able to get back underway in about 30 seconds or so. So thanks for sticking with us through this one. Mind the mistakes. If you are just tuning in, some strange reason. Where have you been? Both teams here on map 3.
Faults is swole now. Yeah, he is.
Grand final for Virtus Pro. It's that third grand final for this core roster.
Yeah, but I actually hung out with the SSG guys at the Atlanta major, and I had a great time with them. I had a great time with them.
It feels like their fairy tale is about to come to a very happy ending. However, Virtus Pro felt we the villains in their story. It's unbelievable.
There is just so much support for the Brazilian team.
I don't know, King of Packloves. That's a good question.
The effort of Virtus Pro to play through that, to ignore that, and to hear themselves, let alone anything else. They might have noise cancelling headphones on, but
I played against them.
Anyway that this sound is
I remember, like, I don't know. Honestly, me and the SSG like roster outside of Faults, we used to like, I don't know. It wasn't like actually like hate each other, but we used to play each other in ranked and like didn't really like each other, but. We more of like is more like we're like annoyed with each other, mostly from like how we play in game. But I don't know. We like hung out and like we're cool as fuck now after the Atlanta major. Like I like those guys a lot. I know that they were yelling and stuff at the event. I think they were hamming it up for the event. It's gone Menard because they're not like that outside of
Pressure of 9,000 fans seeing you as the villain in their hero story does bear down on you.
Bro,
everybody
why
back
is
in
the
lobby
camera
now,
so on that
we'll
guy?
be back in as soon as we can do, as soon as we're confident that everything is up and rolling as it should be.
Locations for future Siege events? I honestly don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure yet. I think, don't they announce them like on like the last day or something? Like tomorrow? They'll announce where everything is.
Today against w7m, of course, getting that win earlier against G2. And that's something we've not really touched on yet so far, guys. But I think it's important that we remind everybody, this is not the first game w7m have played today. So the longer this goes on,
I don't know. The thing is, I could have like figured out everything in advance, but I was flying. Native Boy, thank you very much for the sub. You guys gotta remember that the day that, like, all the stuff that I watched the reveal with you guys today, like, that was my first time seeing it. Like the day that I was supposed to like see the new season information and reel and everything like that, I was flying in to Brazil, so I did not see any of it. I obviously like they told me about it, but that's my first time seeing it. Mall of America. Honestly, that is one big. Like I'm sure the Mall of America probably has a like arena, right? Oh, thank you, Slow-Mo. Hook it up. It's above my pay grade, dude.
However, KZ walks into the waiting arms of Always, who's more than happy to greet him.
KZ has been getting fucking rocked,
great
bro.
communication between the teams.
Oh, maybe find his man here. Sprays the ceiling, but he's literally a few pixels away from a headshot. Unfortunate.
Mall of America, I think, is the biggest mall in the world. Actually, no, they opened a bigger one up in Edmonton, I believe. Is it Mall of America? Oh, Mall of America is SPG, right? Simon Property Group. I think. I don't know. I used to know like who all the biggest malls and stuff were owned by, like when I was more like involved in real estate and stuff. But I do know the Edmonton Mall's the biggest. It passed Mall of America. No, I think yeah. I forgot though. I forgot who owns them. I'm pretty sure it's SPG, which is like Simon Property Group. But
particularly in CCTV to give them access to armory and archives to be able to push down onto site. They get
I'd have to look it up. I don't keep up with this shit.
Because he always delivers.
West Edmonton Mall. Yep.
Where Always has been in the spot, and then it was JD back on the last map who was sat on hatch. And was completely forgot about my Virtus Pro. You see the same thing just done to Always. They forgot that he pushed in towards Customs and Supply and found himself a kill and held that ground and never conceded it. 3 players left and Hers sees his man but doesn't manage to make the challenge. JB also falling onto his backside. Virtus Pro building in confidence. Dan onto a 3K. Feeling like a very comfortable closeout. In fact,
Bird
it's
dropped to.
Oh! Makes it a quad. Will we see an ace coming out here from him, Tim?
Certainly a possibility. Nate's just going to play underneath. He knows there's very little he can do. He prevents the ace, prevents the forward, but that is likely to be the end of it. Joystick managing to find the final kill, and Virtus Pro, they lead 2-1 on border.
Great start on the attacking side here for Virtus Pro so far. Just looked very composed, excellent at pinching onto these W7M roamers.
Rip the ace,
Something that a
yeah.
few teams have fell short from earlier in the competition, to be fair. What we've seen is that teams double up and make excellent plays off the
Let's
back
see,
of it.
who?
Pushing back,
I don't know
get
why.
a pinch
I'm
onto
actually
someone,
curious.
and just see that player crumble. Remember, a few teams had adapted around that, but so far we haven't seen that out of W7M. We want to see
Triple
Herds
five.
on the roam. Feel like he needs a second man with him.
555 Property Group.
See the fantastic opener from Always there. That was the beginning of a 4K for him. And how many times have we seen that? If Virtus Pro do ultimately
So,
make it into this grand final,
evidently it's a company that's owned by the
Gersmanian
Gersmanian brothers. I remember reading about this a while back.
Those multi-kills when they need them the most.
Sensing a degree of nervousness in the arena now. It's very quiet towards
It was
the end of
bothering
the
me.
round.
Sorry, I had to look it up.
Understandably so. Told the story so many times
Dextrol,
in the
thank you,
last
what's up?
round from W7M. It can all end here. Cut it short before we even hit.
You guys are haters. NA is still a good region.
This time around, back up to Armory and Archives. Saw back at the very start of the game. Sticking hard on the Solus, though, really wants to try and make it work. I'd love to see him joined out here on the road by Felipe.
I do think that Sonics had a little bit of a fraud run,
being on the road
though.
as well. I'd be playing as a parent here.
Like, Sonics had the easiest group I've ever seen in my entire life. They were really lucky Low Swan didn't show up.
They'll even just pre-fire on the odd chance someone is there, and it forces players
Yeah.
away. And that's what might give Herds is safe to get back towards side, but Solus by very nature often does play out very individually, very alone, very solo, and therefore becomes quite easy to punish.
Joystick's going to be challenged here. He's going to be caught out as KZ manages to find the kill with the pistol, and that is going to give a good advantage to W7M. They've struggled with the entry recently.
Losing just means they get to come back to the greatest country in the world a little sooner.
Early, getting aggressive, but this time doing it as a pairing, and they've achieved it here. Yes, Herds was
Dude.
part of the play. It was the Fenrir,
Siege, it's 18 plus to be a pro.
The thing is, you'd imagine Virtus Pro would start getting wise at this point.
Because you get into all types of, like, you could hypothetically not have people be 18, but it's like, there's a lot of, like, shit that comes with having people being under 18 years old. In terms of, like, you know, normally, like, for everything, then you have to get, like, parental, you have to get parental consent. Paolo got spawn camped by TSM when he turned 18. Real.
They are just all over to that east side. They've got a little bit of presence on CCTV balcony east stairs, but nowhere near sight at the minute. They need to find some kills. They need to dislodge w7m, but
KZ's waking up a little bit.
Onto Pasha, and it's looking like a big ask for Virtus Pro in round 4.
Now barely inside the building this round, it's the best part for w7m. Always might find himself a consolation kill. But 4 players still ready to bear down on him. 6 seconds to go, he can't see, top beats him. Almost might save for him. He's getting right instead at the same time.
Travel, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of shit, dude. Like, traveling is a hard one. Like, some venues don't allow people that are, like, over, like, you know, they don't allow people that are 18, so you gotta get exemptions. Like, anything can always have exemptions. So, like, traveling internationally is more difficult. Entering a country on your own internationally, like, there's a whole... It's not worth allowing people under 18 to play. Like, from a legal and, like a legal perspective, from like all the paperwork needed, all the parental consent needed for so much different stuff, for tax purposes, even like legal purposes. Accepting prize money in certain countries is not legal unless you're 18. Like, there's a lot of shit. It's not. That's why even games where like Rocket League and stuff like that, where it's like an E for everyone game, I think it's 18 plus to be a pro. So it's mostly like it's mostly legal issues. It just makes things a lot more complicated until someone's legally an adult.
We're seeing a similar lineup come out here. The key change really is the Valkyrie and the Smoke. Before we see the Solus Tribune and the Mossy coming along with the Vigil on side as well. All about that information game being taken away from Virtus Pro.
KZ had Goldust in his MP7, he probably bought it. Maybe. Well, this is a land build, so every skin in the game is unlocked. I think they started limiting the amount of skins that are on there because people were like leaking new skins.
Steal away so many of those electronics, make their life difficult, but making life difficult. Here comes JB92. He picks it up and opener onto Shepard, and that leaves us now 5 versus 4. And once again, Virtus Pro having to fight so hard to get inside of the map, and that's something that I spoke about, Des. On border, fight them at the boundaries. Don't let them in, because once the attack gets established, it's difficult.
The marketplace overall, it's pretty good.
We've seen success so far throughout the game, Tim. We spoke about the double, well, not double run-outs, but the 2 run-outs that we've seen coming in to the east doorway has been a big piece of that early round advantage. But always, oh, he's whipped it! He's absolutely whipped it!
How does he lose that, bro?
No surprise at all.
What the fuck?
Absolutely shuts him down for it. Always has done so well so far.
How does he
today,
lose
and
that
it's
gunfight?
inevitable that you're going to get these moments as the pressure, as the
Bro
tension,
lost.
as the nerves
Bro got
all
kicked off the
rise for
horse
these
that was the
players.
SMG-12.
Just suffering on the back end of that, KZ. He just gets himself into position, but they know. Dan, I think he's aware of the Solus just playing, but not exactly where. He's going to hold his hand.
He probably can't even hear him, dude. Oh, I thought he was going to jump out the window on him.
That's enough. I think after getting into a spot where you got 2 kills onto the enemy team, but now backed away is perfect. They can afford to sit and play behind on the smoke.
It's probably making it harder to attack right now. Dan got one somewhere.
So start a march on towards site.
Double kill Dan.
Let's not forget, the main overriding utility still in this round is those Grim cannon launchers. 4 of them in back pocket, plus smokes, plus a minute to play with. They can do this, Tim.
Certainly can. Pasha's just going to be using that vertical angle, keeping an eye on things in sight, trying to get something going. They just need 1 kill, you feel, to spark them into action, to be that catalyst to push them forward. Joystick knows that there's a man inside of Tellers. He doesn't know about JB92. As he gets
Dan is crazy, bro.
1v3 becomes a 1v2.
I mean, he's probably still going to lose this round, but he's nuts. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
At least before he can think about the end of this round, he takes help of JB92, and that stops him peeking out.
Okay. He had that, potentially. Yeah.
This is just so back and forth.
I mean, this tournament has been very defender-sided for every map, honestly.
There is no blocking, there is no guarding, there is only wailing on each other and just trying to deliver the biggest blow that they can in every single round. And you know what a display of siege this is that we're seeing. It's just entertainment in its purest form for me.
Last round of the half, and that will once again, same as we saw back on Clubhouse, see every site on this map played. Brian Guston coming up next. These are the moments that always will look back on and think, man, I played so well. But that could be the round maker. That could be what makes or breaks this series as well. I know it sounds harsh to put it on one moment in time, but it does when it gets this close.
It's such a shame for somebody who has delivered so much through the game, and you know it's not going to be decisive over the end time for every step that they take inside of the map here, because he's looking to challenge out into 90.
Mention of the dude at S has in the suit, you're getting lectured.
W7m know exactly what the game plan is.
What suits am I talking about? Jeno said that the guy had a 5K suit that was like cosplaying Warden. Oh. All right.
But just like that, 2 kills come back their way. JD getting punished. Joystick finds him.
Come on, VP. I actually hope VP wins this, dude. I want a VP versus FaZe final. That'd be great for viewership.
He's looking for those vertical angles. Can't find any for the minute. And that is now Virtus Pro with 30 seconds left to use this map control.
This has been the most tense round of the bunch so far, I think, down to the last 30 or so.
I was just saying they're not expensive. Goodwill for a suit, then get it tailored. Or, you know, even in a suit shop. Probably spend about 300 for a real nice suit. And that includes tailoring.
Remaining W7M players, but the clock waits for no man. 10 seconds, the drop comes on through. Bashers looking for one. Philippe whips it a bit down.
Oh, bro, how do you lose that? That's crazy.
Pro find the win in round 6. And once again, Tim, things feel so difficult to call.
Absolutely.
Normally when I get a suit, personally, like the ones that are like 400, 500 are like really fucking nice. So I get those, and that includes tailoring if you buy one. So that's the route that I normally go. I normally don't, I'm not like a big, I mean, you see what I wear every day. I just wear a plain black t-shirt and like sweatpants, or like in this case jeans that I got for like 20 bucks. But I will actually dress up a little bit more in my suits. I don't know. I think I can tell like with the everyday clothing, I can't really tell much of a difference. But with the suit, I think I mean at least I can. It's like a big difference. And the times where you're in a suit and stuff like that, those are when you're taking pictures and making memories and all that kind of stuff.
May still get ourselves there. W7M attacking its armory archives. Also on side.
George, you paid less for your suits because they didn't know. I mean, I guess they have impacts on vision, but
W7M here, they'll have all they need to pull up a very, very clean execute.
This is going to pick up the first onto always. KT with one onto Pasha. Joystick fighting back with the trade, but that leaves now.
They're planting though,
on the back foot,
aren't they? No, they're not.
Utility dump inside a side, and the push is coming to try and get this diffuser down, working in behind the altar. Oh, Joystick, he manages to level things up. 3v3 down, doing some damage to Nate. Not much, but enough to back him up for a few seconds.
Does Costa come with you for my adult diapers and my kids' normal diapers?
There's
Yeah.
nothing they can do about this, Des.
And it is going to be rough. This panel, just enough to hide a single man on it. He lies down, can't quite see the
Is he
head.
down? No, he
I think at
didn't.
this point, Virtus Pro is a little bit of panic stations. They realise
laying down.
there's no way back into this one. It's on the hard floor. Kane finds one. Joystick will do what he can, but the man is in there behind the shield. The window's being protected. W7M.
Hold up.
Shepard can look on with only 15 seconds to go. This one looks like a bust. The Brazilian team will take the first round in the second half.
Almost certainly. Shepard ends his way upstairs, but time ticks down, and there is not going to be enough of it left for him to do anything here, even should he find the kills. They've
see Joystick getting a double kill, when you see them clearing out the threats from below, start to worry.
They had impacts on Legion. This is why George bans Osa. It literally is. I hate shields, bro. I hate shields. Very much not an enjoyer. Very much not an enjoyer.
A lot of duress.
See the drop down there that was unsuccessful. I think just unaware of the positions of w7m there versus Pro, giving up a little bit of an easy opener.
This shield was so risky if they still had impacts up or C4. I think he whiffed his C4 from below Shepard, because Shepard had a C4, right? The shield rework, I like it overall.
Really, anyone on this attacking side, you'd look to get offline, maybe look at the IQ and say, you know what, expendable ones black guys. A similar thing for the Bravo.
The fact that Ubi's reworking the shields with IQ against Shears instead of reworking the anti as well, I don't think that's why they're doing it. Hurts!
The Grim Reaper himself steps up, decapitates always. 5v4 for the Brazilian side, he's starting to smell it, Tim.
Then we all held our collective breath then, thinking that Hurts was going to walk headlong into a problem, but always couldn't find him. Dan will pick up a Leapbox 4 versus 4. There goes Hurts as well, and Virtus Pro, they're inside to fight him back. But KZ, he will get
KZ is waking up.
3 versus 3 now, a difficult side to be able to hold on to if you don't have the verticals though. And Pasha and Shepard up above are going to start showing exactly why. Shepard, a fantastic
They've had so many
side player,
restarts.
will know every angle from above when it comes to ventilation workshop.
Oh, Joyce is smashing out the backside as well. I don't think he noticed the player up above him actually inside the office. JB getting back out to his balcony here before trying to work his way back through. I think he's dropped actually. This 1v1 could be massive. Joystick can protect this side of the map if he finds JB, but if it happens in reverse, it's absolute disaster for Virtus Pro, and it's Joystick that wins out the 1v1.
And Virtus Pro, they needed that. That really breaks
That's the
back
Joystick
of the
we know.
w7m attack. They're going to have to reposition. They're going to have
Herds
to move.
plays
They're
like a
gonna have to
ranked
find a
game.
couple of kills. They've got
Herds
time.
is fucking
Nade gets a
crazy,
red ping.
dude.
He goes looking for his man.
That
but
guy is
Joystick
actually
will
a
know that he's being
madman.
hunted down because that red ping will have told him everything he needed to know. Joystick, he
That guy gives
knows where
literal
he wants
negative
to go
fucks
what
and
he
just
wants
runs
to do.
in.
He finds himself 3 in the round. Will it be a quad? Yes, it will.
Little 4K for Joystick.
Looking like he could take on hell with a water pistol, Des.
It's just, you like that one. That's a new one.
Who are we rooting for? I mean, I would prefer VP to win because I would love to see a VP, like a European to like Brazilian final. I would, for viewership, it would be good. I can see chat, yes, I can. Mr. Alts.
Spoke about that key moment, the 1v1 is what it comes down to sometimes. JB versus Joystick.
By the way, I might be trying some Australian food today, tomorrow. Tomorrow, yeah. I'll probably be trying some Australian food tomorrow, so I know that's very random. Maybe I'll even have some Kirk Screaming Soda. Haven't eaten a capybara yet, no. Take it easy, Waxy. Okay, I know this is really random, but I guess like Ubisoft Australia is here, and they have like Australian food for people to like try. And like they're like, do you want to be like in the video that we're making? And I was like, sure, why not? So I think Dev is like Dev Marta is gonna like give me like random foods and stuff. What protein did I plan? Hold up. Dude, Pasha's pulling it down up here.
Breakdown of who's had some big moments, but makes himself heard.
Shepard?
Into a C4, a 4v2.
This man's getting... Dude, that is so horrific. This man is getting hit by the bees, and they're bucking him below actively. That is so brutal.
Marking forward because w7m have been so tough to hold down for other teams. This is the first time that we've seen the Brazilians in the arena really put under some pressure.
They'll give me shapes and Tim Tams.
As Shepard finds 3 in the round, always with the last. And the face of the fans
See, look.
says it all at the minute. The nerves are creeping in as the pressure is rising on W7M. The hometown heroes really
What change am I looking forward to the most? The anti-cheat changes, supposedly, that are coming. I don't really care about anything else. I think Deimos is going to be great for the game. I think he's going to be OP as fuck. I have not played him. That was my first time actually seeing him, was when I watched with you guys. But I think he's going to be... He looks stupid broken. But I have to play him to, like, 100% know that he's going to be super broken. But he looks busted as fuck from first, like, look. You know, we'll see. But he'll be good for the game. Like, he's a fucking, you know, dark, like, creepy, like, evil character with, like, a crazy gun that's OP. And so, like, playing out that way, you know? Bro, Herds literally just gets in there, bro. He is in there like swimwear.
There is a snap back to reality, but you can barely draw a line between these two.
I can barely watch this through my fingers at the minute.
When you're in Germany, you're on a road to Britain, you can feel the morale going down. Yep. Shield rework. I mean, I kind of like it. I don't like the melee thing, and I don't like vaulting through barricades, but overall the rest of it's fine. Wow.
They move on to 6. Virtus Pro take one more step.
A single round stands between Virtus Pro and a three-peat, a third chance at an SI Grand
The
Final
crowd is in shambles currently.
5 years. You surely start to believe that at some point it becomes doable and no longer just a fantasy. W7M have got to fly in 2 rounds to send us into overtime. They call it the tap time out because this is the last chance saloon.
It really is. There is no more mistakes for them now. One more round will do it for Virtus Pro, and we'll see them line themselves up against FaZe tomorrow in the biggest match in Siege. This is the time for W7M. This is the time for the coach.
I would like to see that, dude. It'd be sick.
It's difficult because you don't feel like they've really been making mistakes. Virtus Pro have been winning these rounds. They've been grinding them down. They've been taking gunfights and winning them, and it is just so difficult.
I don't think it'll be bad. If VP beats FaZe tomorrow, then yeah, that might be that could get, you know, that could get a little worse.
Say it all comes down to this. I even love how some of them waving goodbye to their own team potentially here. Now from that point,
Let's see. The game is not over till it's over, though, chat. You got to remember, all W7 needs is 3 rounds to bring back, which is totally doable.
round 11 coming up, and it's going to be a bench workshop defense for Virtus Pro.
It all hinges on this for W7M.
Last 60 seconds.
I know, man. It's rough. I'm not gonna lie. Like every time there's an event, I'm definitely missing the dude a lot.
Doesn't happen, and is that going to be the end of this story? Is it going to be so close, but so far?
Maybe a little comeback.
Joystick gets us back. The diffuser's going down. KZ gives them an opportunity.
There you go. Making it close.
Jesus wept. That was a cheer like no other. I couldn't hear you say the right, Tim, but I know you just said it. All the way to 12. We want to see 3 maps. Do W7M grace us with overtime in what is proving to be one hell of a series for this calendar year.
This is one of the best games of Siege I've seen in a long time, and you just feel like for both teams,
So
it's a difficult one.
the
because
crowd's
both
insane. You never knew Rainbow went this hard. Yeah.
both teams, it's hard on all.
I mean, it's gonna be.
It's the best entertainment.
You can hear my voice. Can you guys hear me okay or no? Good.
In this situation, you don't wish it on anybody. You don't want anybody to lose in overtime.
I'm not actually at
But
the
equally,
booth. What do you mean?
just feel like fully a Virtus Pro to be able
Oh,
to
dude, the crowd is
fight
insane.
later in the round,
Absolutely
should it happen.
crazy.
They need to be used missing the shield here. The W7M to start pushing forward to start.
Monty walking in.
Virtus Pro's defense.
All right.
It's JB92.
Might see OT jet.
And what a big player to take off the board. Out comes the Nitro.
Oh, that's a Monty down, bro. And Joystick just got one. This gunfight's crucial. Double kill. He's low, though.
JB brings us back. He's on a mission. 2 kills in the round. A 3v3 with 60 seconds to go. Can you write a better script, Tim?
Neither of these teams want to give it up.
They're all pushed toward Fountain.
To take a little bit of a step back. They're using that time that they've got. Virtus Pro, they are
Always is below. Why is he below? Does he have impacts at least? I can't see. I don't know.
The time going down. With or without a Monty. But here comes that go-kart. We spoke about it so much. He's got the right idea.
I got him. Oh! There it is. OT, baby. Dude, look at that. That's literally like, that's like the crowd buff right there. Absolutely, dude. Crowd buff for sure.
This game is turning into everything that we all dreamed of, Des. W7M, hometown heroes. They keep
His headphones fell off. They did.
It's moments like these. I don't know if players live for them, but we live for them. Fans live for them. What the bloody hell happens next, Tim?
It's not over till it's over. His mic fell off completely. Get my shirt off, bro. I gotta partake.
And this is certainly up there with them. But what I will say is in all those games, in all that time, there's...
Yeah, I mean, like, don't get me wrong. Like, NA crowds are hype, too. They really are hype, but they're not like this. They're not like this. This is another level. This is another level.
Semi-finals in Sweden 2021. Gameplan Media against FaZe, our grand finalists tomorrow. It came down to a 1v1 between Grim and Souls. Souls won. They will go on to win the whole game.
There's that same drone again.
We're back in the Berlin finals. What team is there again? FaZe. They are always present in every story. And these teams are fighting for that right to take them on tomorrow. To lift the power. And JB starts out with the entry now.
JB92 waking up. Welcome to the lobby.
Have just come off the defense. They played well there, and they're looking to continue that momentum. But W7M having picked up those 2 back-to-back rounds, they say, you know what? We've got some more in us on the attack.
Another countdown for W7M. Countdown to their demise.
Dude, I hate Montaigne so much.
Repeats of the last round. Monty this time I can't see. Going down to a C4.
No, it's looking like a very similar push this time. Of course, W7M had to mix it up a little bit after they lost the shield. This time, they're going to be aware. They're going to be ready for that nitro. There is nitro on the side. The Virtus Pro, 2 of them, Shepard and Dan. And I just wonder if they're planning on doubling up.
Oh!
JB92, he's grabbing this game by the scruff of the neck and saying, not today. Not today.
JB had that exact same angle last time round, but no C4 came. The discipline to acknowledge that might change the very next round. Give yourself a pat on the back, son. That's the one you want to see. Easy. Pixels! Pixels! See the man. Shepard lives.
Need to find themselves another kill here. They know there's one inside a CCTV. It's Joystick trying to hold on to that location. Dan is actually on a bit of a flank underneath. JB92, he's managed to get himself downed as well. That's not ideal. It levels us up. He's going to get picked up. Taking
Oh, does he have C4? No, he doesn't. He's going to get a triple. Oh, they are all so low, dude. With 2 of them. 2 low, 1 down, and 2 full HP. There's another one down? Bro! Joystick with a triple.
What the hell are these rounds?
Virtus Pro, they might just be able to drag this over the line.
Oh!
They get themselves the quad. It's Joystick again. We've already seen him have the 4K. Can he finish it off this time, Des? Can he find the ace nade? He's low health. He's pushing around.
Joystick with the ace, dude. Is that an ace? Is it ace or 4? I think he aced, didn't he? Dude's a beast.
One more round once again. Will they do it here? Or will w7m take us through to that so sought after final round?
They've already thought back against 2 map and series points. There's all their fans are asking of them is just one more. Fight back.
One more, Tim. There's one more.
Fight back one more time. Give yourself that opportunity.
I'm only for nothing in the prime.
They've had 2 chances.
2 months, appreciate it.
This could be their final one. We will see what happens.
Tell you what, Tim, I'll sleep well tonight.
Okay.
This is proving to be, as you say, one of the best series that we've seen in such a long time.
Composure's insane, yes.
w7m, you've got full faith.
It's gonna be
that you
close,
get this
dude.
done. Let's
It's gonna be
revisit what
fucking
we spoke
close.
about in the first half of the match. If they can disrupt Virtus Pro early, they would win rounds. If Virtus Pro managed to shut down their rovers early, they would win the round. So what we got to see, Tim, w7m getting active, getting
It's been amazing. It has been like dude, it's been a good match to watch. It's gonna be close. It's gonna be right down to the wire.
The nerve to hit an ace in overtime, map 3 of an SI semi-final. I don't know where you find
Done
that
sauce.
kind of composure to fight in that sort of spot. He was pinned down inside a CCTV joystick, and he's just taken the round on his back and said, "We're doing this." Joystick.
Listen to
He
this.
wants to go back to an SI final.
This is prep phase hype. Crazy, dude.
The last region to get in their way. But it's all going to come down to how this game ends first. That story could be for Toffee. We don't see them win here and now. Philippo's on that clash. Great way of slowing down Virtus Pro even further. We've seen slowing up with
This entire SI has been great. It's the first year you've actually been invested. I know it's been a while since I've really been like super invested in an SI, and this one definitely has like, I don't know. It's been really fun to watch. The gameplay's been very fun to watch this year. I mean, I normally always watch, but
there's absolutely no stats that we can bring you realistically that are going to give us any idea of which way this one goes. The pressure.
Last one you're invested was EG Penta.
With Nitro in hand, he's knowing that he doesn't have a target to throw it at just yet. He's going to put it back in pocket.
Only 80K watching the main channel. Last year was 300K. It's not the finals though. This is the semi-finals game.
Maybe the last 2 or 3 rounds that we've seen. Both teams nervous to make a single error because they know it will be what books their flight ticket home.
I don't remember 300K for last year's finals. Maybe, but I don't know.
The world's office being opened up, that step through coming in. The stop man. I'm gonna have a hard time before this series is out. Hurts onto the entry down.
Come on, VP.
Taken offline.
Empire just stalling out a little bit here. They still have time.
They may as well be, Tim.
Virtus Pro stalling out a little bit. They're just struggling to get themselves established inside of the building. KZ just again in that spot that we
He's
saw
playing it
Joystick
safe.
so
They're
effective
playing.
from last time around.
They're definitely playing a little scared. There's 40 seconds
This
though,
lodging
dude.
can't quite have the impact that they need on him. The clash starts coming forward, and as the seconds tick by, that shield becomes more and more important. JB92 with kill after kill.
There you go.
He finds one. 4 versus 1 now.
Flash, bro. Flash. Oh, what an annoying ass operator. That operator's the worst.
Could you split? That does not look like this. Tears in the crowd, tears on the desk may well follow.
I think I'll have some tears before this is done. Oh,
Jesus Christ.
rarely have we seen.
You're also forgetting too.
To 2 teams
This year we have the co-stream.
fighting back and forth so hard.
The Jinxie co-stream's at 100K.
They've shown unbelievable resilience to keep themselves in
These fans, dude, listen to this.
Doesn't go their way. You have to feel for them, Des. They've been so close.
Listen.
For the last 15
Isn't that crazy?
They're up 6-4.
And these are just like in between rounds. Like, I mean, I get it. It's just.
The last 4 rounds. This place will erupt if W7M can get this over the line here and now. The deciding battleground will be fence and workshop.
Jinxie.
And at all times, to bring
I feel
out
like
the old
Jinxie did the
people of
thing.
York
I'm gonna be
is
completely
now
honest,
the
dude.
down.
Jinxie made the mistake that I made.
Shields, no
Okay.
shenanigans.
You get excited like when you're like first popping off basically and stuff, and then you get the recognition from Ubisoft and stuff like that that they like, you know, they like you as a content creator, like all that kind of stuff. Like, you know, and then like, especially him, it's like on a whole nother level, right? But he definitely did the thing where he was just like being like super nice about like, I don't know, maybe he really feels that way, but like, dude, Deimos does look good. He looks so fucking strong. Not that I see that as a bad thing. I want operators to be OP. For like the first month, they should be fucking broken. Like, you know? Or whatever, the first like few weeks even, first month, whatever it may be. Like they should be way too fucking strong. Because that's like what, like that, I don't know, otherwise no, dude, you're not gonna like, I said that shit about Favela too. I actually thought Favela looked pretty cool though, but I think I was also just like caught up in the moment. I mean, I also learned that you like can't judge a map before it comes out. Dan's a little tagged up. Always overtime match point too, chat. This is final round no matter what happens. No matter what happens, it's the final round, so.
Pasha just hitting the deck, trying to keep himself safe again, just trying to keep map control.
VP is on defense, which is like a big deal.
W7M at the boundaries. This border, don't let the attack
Hurts.
He manages to
Pick.
put the first on to always. The crowd erupts, but Dan levels it up. GB92.
Oh, it's fucking, dude, W7M. Let's get this fucking moment, dude. Dude, this shit is crazy. All right, well, it's official, chat. There's gonna be a Brazilian Invitational winner. Guaranteed. This was the final, though. I agree. This was the final. They're gonna be kicking themselves, dude. I mean, I wasn't honestly too invested in it anyway. I don't really care that much. I would have liked to see VP because it would have been like that, like rivalry for the finals, but it ain't that deep. It was still a good game, and you know what? Seeing an a Brazilian Invitational winner is gonna be like worth it on its own, you know.